Hey, Justin.
What's up, man?
Meow, meow, meow.
Oh, man. If only RC cars really made that sound. It's more like...
Yeah, that's true. My bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, that's really annoying. No, stop.
All right.
We're talking about RC
I
Pro-Am
actually-
today.
Yeah. I really
This
like
is two
the
Disney
remote control
minutes.
cars.
Oh, I do too. Do you remember? This is tangent within the first 30 seconds, okay?
Yeah.
Middle school, that was like the
Uh-huh.
thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't just any remote control car. You had to like the gas powered or something,
Mm-hmm.
big deal.
Mm-hmm.
$100,
Like-
always repairing them more than you're actually driving them.
Yeah. I never owned a gas-powered one because I always heard they were just a big pain in the butt. But I did have like one of the nice battery-powered ones. And I actually still have it, but it's pretty sweet. It's super fast. And the only bad thing is it's like you pay all this money and the batteries are super expensive and they just really don't last that long. Like it's super fast and super powerful, but it's not. It lasts like maybe 30 minutes and that's it. It's dead.
Yeah, well, that's a decent amount of time, I guess, right? You can get a couple of races in, for sure.
Yeah. What's funny is the remote control, they have to be tuned. And if it's not tuned just right, like the truck just loses its it's like it has to be inhibited by the remote control because if the remote control is not signaling to it, it just takes off. It's funny. It's weird.
Instead of the truck just not going anywhere,
It just takes off.
it just leaves.
like, I've lost my signal. Gone. Maybe it's tried to escape.
Could be. Maybe that's what the remote's doing. It's like trapped it in its little prison.
Maybe. Yeah. So.
I
Anyway,
always wanted one. I
RC
never had one. They were too expensive for me.
Yeah. They were definitely probably more than they were worth. Unless you were like, because I mean, some people like race them, like real RC Pro-Am.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Real life.
I had a friend who actually did that, which you don't too, but yeah, he was really into it.
I feel like Crabman did it.
And did
I know he had
Crabman
one.
race him?
I know
Yeah.
he had one. I feel like he at least raced one once or twice.
It seems like Crabman's on his way to Bristol right now, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Guess who's taking him to the race?
Who?
Carl.
Oh no. Pull
Carl.
over Carl and Crabman.
Yeah.
What if they've had to pull over
On the way
for Carl?
Yeah, I don't know. For Carl to expunge his bowels.
Actually, probably what's going to happen is it's going to be like the last 10 laps of the race, and Carl's going to have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, no, the last 10 laps of the race. No, just him going to the bathroom's not going to do anything because it's not really, it doesn't ruin anybody else's time, right? So the last 10 laps, he's like, Josh, we got to go. We got to leave. I can't poop here.
Right. He's
And
going
I
to
gotta
Josh leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so tangents. We've got the tangents out of the way.
Yeah, so today we're talking about RC Pro-Am. The
Right.
racing game by Rare.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting
Right.
to steal your thunder here. You go ahead.
Yeah. All right. RC Pro-Am, released by Rare in 1988. The music was composed by David Wise, which we'll talk about the music when we get to gameplay, but I thought the music was actually really good. It was published by Rare for the Nintendo, but for some system that we won't talk about, it was published by somebody else. It was one of the first racing games that featured...
Hang on just a second. That sentence. I mean, I know what you mean, and a lot of people probably know what you mean, but that sentence just doesn't make any sense.
If
like,
anybody...
There's another game made for another system that was not made by Rare that we're not going to talk about.
Right.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this is somebody's first episode, it's going to be confusing. But anyway, it was one of the first racing combat games to ever be released. And a lot of the reviews and reception for this game has talked about its legacy in future games as far as how much influence it had on future games such as the much famous Mario Kart games. Because, like I said, this is the first one that really kind of came out with the combat games. With the combat racing, sorry. There were sequels to RC Pro-Am 2, and it's listed as one of the best games for the NES on a number of lists. IGN actually had it at 13 in their top 100 games.
Wow.
OneUp.com had it at 14, and Game Informer had it at 84, so there's a little bit of range there. But reviews for this game has been mostly positive. Now, as we're talking about history, I want to talk about a few other things, not RC Pro-Am related, but NES related that has happened in the past couple weeks since we've recorded an episode. One being the punch out little, what do you call it? Easter egg, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that? I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've seen it.
the guy blinks or something, or ducks his head right when you're supposed to punch E Honda or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, the one punch knockout, if you watch this one guy that's bearded, of course, he's bearded, in the front row.
Those guys with beards are all cowards.
As soon as he ducks his head, he's picking up his popcorn or something, you punch, and that knocks him out. Now, the thing is, the guy misses the punch. He misses the knockout punch. He's sitting on the front row, and he's going to miss the knockout punch.
I know.
Yeah. So,
see, this isn't the first Easter egg like this that's been found. There's also another one that I think we even talked about on the Punch-Out show, where during the Bald Bull fight, some guy's taking a picture in the crowd, and when the flash goes off, that's when you punch. So it sounds like this is another discovery of the same style Easter egg. I wonder how many are actually in the game. I wonder if there's like one for every guy that you can do a one-hit knockdown on.
there probably is. If you think about it, like how many exist in games period that have just never been found. And think about the creators that kind of put them in there, just keeping their mouth shut for all this time.
I know. That's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
I
don't know if I'd be able to keep my mouth shut.
Oh, I would, because I wouldn't want, like, I don't know. I guess eventually you'd have to want to spill the beans, because, I mean, you put it in there, you want somebody to just discover it, I guess, right?
Right, I guess. Other
dog or something.
Say what?
This is like a picture of your dog.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of dogs, okay. Another tangent. Sorry, I just got to tell you this because yesterday, guess what I had for lunch?
Mm-hmm. Hot dog.
Almost. Smoky dog.
Ooh. Yeah.
Cheese-filled hot dog.
Did you go to the Orange and Lion game?
No, I got it from the Weigels, but it's still delicious.
Okay, yeah.
Same style. Same. I still call it a smoky dog, even though it's actually a Hillshire Farms cheddar brat or something. Yeah, it's still a smoky dog to me.
Yeah,
anyways,
they're really good.
I've been craving one for a long time, and it was delicious. Do you put anything on yours? I just went straight dog and bread.
No, I mean I like a little brown mustard if I could get it. So,
anyways, sorry. Go back to your Easter eggs. Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, other Nintendo news that's going to come out is there's a new Super Mario Brothers speedrun record. 4 minutes and 57 seconds.
What was the old one? 4 minutes 58?
Probably. I don't remember, but it was like some kid. He recorded himself. It's on YouTube. We can put it up, I guess, to the quick group. But he records himself as like his face as he's playing the game, as well as the game screen.
Like a Twitch thing or something?
Yeah. So 4 minutes and 57 seconds. It's going to be pretty tough to beat.
I bet his face looks like he's pulling a Carl the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, such concentration.
Yeah. The third piece of Nintendo news that I had, well, it's not really that I had, it's been talked about even on the Facebook group, is the Super Mario Brothers 3 chain differences in carts. That are out there.
That's a cool topic because I never really realized it. I guess some people who are more in the know than I am are probably scoffing at us for just now bringing this out, but I just never really noticed it. But apparently the Bros in Super Mario Bros is in different positions on different carts.
Yeah.
And there's slightly different color schemes and stuff on Super Mario Brothers 3.
I have like 2 copies. I need to go check them out, see if they're different. So.
Yeah, it's not like it's a super rare and valuable thing because there's a bunch made of every different version, but some are slightly rarer than others, I guess.
Right.
I wonder what the reasoning behind moving the Bros is.
Maybe they're just.
You think there was a mistake?
It could be. It could be that there just wasn't a lot of oversight on it. And they just printed it different. It never was a big deal, or maybe it was a big deal, but they'd already printed it, and they were like, "Well, they can't reprint them." I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like, well, next time you print some out, just move the Bros over, please.
Yeah,
right. I can see that. That's pretty cool.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Not that Nintendo's going to come out with an official statement on it. But, you never know.
Never know.
So, never know. So, Benny? Benny? Who's Benny?
Is that like a segue, but it's a Benny way?
Yeah, it's a Benny way. Did you have this game? Did you go out and buy this game? Did you flea market it? Did you eBay it?
I got this one. Pretty confident I got this one from Neighbor Kid.
Yeah, all right.
Pretty confident because I remember he and I playing it a lot when we were younger. So I can't help but think. Yeah, I can't help but think that it was one of his games because I don't think it was one of mine. But I have it now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it from Neighbor Kid. Thanks again.
Sweet.
Thanks be unto Neighbor Kid.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. We also now during this segment is a good time to bring up, here it is, the fact that we're now back over the threshold for giving away games on the show.
Sweet.
Patreon monies have gone back up above the give games away threshold. So here it is, folks. This is the one we're going to give out. It may take like 6-7 months to get there.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a lot of, the post office is, not very good at it.
It's all the post office's fault.
Right, exactly.
It's not the fact that if people want us to sign it, then not both of us have to actually sign it and send it to each other.
And it sits on desks for months.
It's on our desks because we just don't do it.
Yeah, my bad.
Not that. No, it's not that. It's not that. Although I think everybody's got their cards at this point, right?
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
So I guess you want to give it away now? You want to give it away near the end? Make people stick around?
Yeah, we'll make people stick around.
Okay. Just remind me to give it away at the end.
Okay. So, what'd you think about this game?
Oh, man. I pretty much love it. Pretty much.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. There's not much to it, but it's a lot of fun.
No, there's really not a lot to it. I'll tell you, memories from me and Neighbor Kid. We would we played Nintendo games a lot, so we would have our staples, right? And this was one of them. This was one that we would play probably for at least 10-15 minutes every time we get together, And in 10-15 minutes, you could get like at least 30 races in,
Right. Oh yeah.
But it's weird. It's not 2-player, right?
Right.
But it's a good game to like swap back and forth,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is RC Program 2? Is it 2-player? You know?
It is 2-player. There's a train.
Yep. There goes my train.
I don't know if my mic's picking it up. We'll find out. But I have my window open in here, and I can hear from my neighbor's farm the sheep bang. So
Nice.
I don't know if that gets picked up or not. I don't know if you can hear it.
We got the sheep train going today.
Yeah, it's going crazy. They're going crazy. She must be out there feeding them because they're going crazy right now.
We do all of this just for our 2-star listener.
Right, exactly. We're just trying to, let me bang on my table a little bit more. But he didn't say anything about banging on the table, though.
No, he didn't. No.
We've had plenty of complaints about that.
We've had plenty of other people talking about banging on the table, but
I've tied my hands to the chair here, so
that's good.
But
hopefully that'll work.
Yeah, these sheep, by the way, they're having babies. Like, it's now time for them to have babies. And they're really the most adorable thing ever.
The sheep babies? What are sheep babies called?
Lambs.
Oh yeah, that's right. Lambs, lamb chops.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Does it make you not want to eat lamb anymore?
No, I don't have that thought. Nothing's really gonna stop me. By the way, she has also she just bought a turkey. Hey, this thing is huge. It is a 50-pound turkey. It is like it's a monster. It's got these big old feet. It's like,
well, you gotta hold itself up, right?
You know how they say that like chickens and turkeys are like the closest relatives to dinosaurs that we have, prehistoric.
Believe it.
I can really tell it by watching this turkey. It's just massive and it just like plops around. So,
well, you gotta have big feet to carry a lot of weight.
Yeah, and it is heavy. It's big.
Do you ever watch that show? What's it called? 600-Pound Life or something like that?
I've watched it before. I'm not like a big follower of it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It just always seems to be on whenever we're flipping through the channels.
Right.
But anyways, I just think, typically when an animal has a lot of weight, it has big feet. And I heard the sheep, by the way. Just heard the sheep.
Yeah, sweet.
But people don't really have big feet, Some people do, but they don't. So I can't imagine what it's like to weigh a lot, and because your balance would be off, I'm sure, and like it would feel like you were just crushing your feet under the weight of your body.
I do know this, just because of research that I've done at school.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. It's everybody's favorite part. Justin and his research about things from school.
That obese people do have actually, ironically, stronger bones because they're more weight bearing. Mm-hmm. Because bones are essentially built because of bones are constantly remodeled, obviously, but the more weight bearing that's put on them, the stronger your bones get. And so obese people, up to a point, once you get up to a certain point, then it actually becomes detrimental, but actually typically have stronger bones. They are all big boned.
I'd believe it because when you lift weights, your bones get stronger, supposedly.
Right. The research that I did was actually to compare weightlifters with obese people.
Mm-hmm.
It never got off the ground because we couldn't get permission to do x-rays on people voluntarily. But anyway, we were going to compare the two groups to see.
Here you go,
2-star. Here you go, 2-star.
Here
we go. Was to compare the two groups. Anyway, bone structures, RC Pro-Am. It all ties in together, right?
Yeah, it's
Let me let this cat in before he knocks the door down.
all right.
All right.
Sheep, cats. It's just pandemonium over there.
All for the 2-star.
Yeah, all for the 2-star. All right. So, anyways, back to RC Pro-Am. Yeah, I played it. We played it a lot, and it was one of my favorite games. Now, the funny thing is, it was one of my favorite games to play way back in the day. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't played it at all since then until now. For whatever reason, I don't know if I forgot about it or if I would just see it and just be like, whatever. But I just haven't played it.
Well, yeah, I think what I'm going to suggest to you, the reason that might be, is it's kind of been overtaken by time. That the Mario Karts and things have kind of just replaced it. Like, if you were one, like, yeah, we can say this is a good game, it's a fun game, but if you had the choice between playing this or Mario Kart, which one would you choose? I think you would probably pick Mario Kart.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's just
and
kind
then
of
another
put on the
game
back
that is
burner.
kind of sorry. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Another game that is very, very similar to this that I end up finding myself playing a lot, and I guess instead of this, is Rock and Roll Racing for the Super Nintendo, not for the Jesus, Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
But I mean, that game is essentially it's essentially RC Pro-Am, and I really enjoy that game. And so I guess you're kind of right. I guess maybe since games like that have come out, it kind of overshadows the original RC Pro-Am, which is a shame because I had a lot of fun going back and playing it again.
Yeah, it's not a shot at RC Pro-Am. It's just the fact that, like if you had a baseball bat as a kid and then you bought a nicer, newer baseball bat, it doesn't mean that old baseball bat was terrible. It just means you've got a newer one.
Yeah, baseball.
Was that analogy any good?
Yeah, it was okay. I was thinking more like, let's bring it back into RC Pro-Am terms. Okay, let's say you get when you're 5, you get a little remote control car from Walmart, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you love it. You play with it all the time. But then when you're 12, you get one of those big ones like we were talking about at the beginning of the show, right? You get an RC car that's gas powered.
Yeah.
It goes like 60 miles an hour. You're less likely to play with the other little one. I mean,
Right.
yeah. So I would go with that. That's the RC analogy right there.
One thing that I did find playing it is it's a lot harder than I
Can you remember?
kind of imagined it being. Yeah. And, I remember
Actually,
it being.
I guess the big question is, did you play this when you were a kid?
Not much. I remember playing it, but it wasn't I didn't have it. So I don't remember playing it that much, but I mean, it's harder than it looks like it'd be.
Yeah, and the first couple levels are really easy, right?
Right.
It starts off really easy. You're like, okay, so this is going to be the same thing over and over again. And then all of a sudden, the orange car just becomes impossible to beat. It's a big fat cheater at some point, like about eight tracks in. It's just...
You're doomed to second.
That's right.
And then it gets harder because the obstacles get more difficult. And you start wrecking.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get the boosters, which are pretty sweet.
So there's all kinds of things on the track.
Mm-hmm.
There's the little booster pads, which are cool, which you go really fast. It's hard to control. There's oil, which that sucks because if it automatically spins you out, and then if you hit a wall, you crash.
It's just as bad as the squid on Mario Kart. Ugh.
Yeah. And there's water on the track that slows you down, and then there's all kinds of power-ups. The game moves really fast, even without hitting those jump pads or whatever. Those speed boosts, which that's pretty cool. I mean, the game moves really fast, doesn't really stutter or anything. I mean,
And it's not just the orange car that all of a sudden they just come out of nowhere. Like if you hit one of those water puddles, you can go from first to fourth in a matter of seconds. I mean, boom, they're passing you.
I wonder if, I don't know how many racing games you play or how often you play racing games, or sports games or any kind of competitive game, right? There's like an elasticity about the game, right? Like if you're playing a racing game, Mario Kart's a great example because Mario Kart's it's a very, very elastic game. And what I mean by elastic is like you get in first place, the difference between first and last is often like sprung back and forth on you. You know what I mean? Like in Mario Kart, you get to first, and then something happens and you end up in last, but you can get back to first again pretty easily. And there's a lot of back and forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's designed that way. I feel like the person in last has a little bit extra speed than the person in first, just to keep everybody together and that sort of thing. I mean, some people don't like that because they think it's kind of cheating, but I think, and most of the time, I do like that because it
makes it more competitive.
Yeah, it makes the game more competitive. Right. Same thing with sports, kind of like you play a basketball game, right? And I know it just feels like this, but I'm pretty sure NBA Jam, when you're in the lead, you're missing shots.
Yeah.
When you're losing, you're hitting threes all over the place.
Right. No.
NBA Jam's
because I mean, like a 20
game.
Yeah, like a 20-point lead on NBA Jam is really nothing. You could be overtaken in a few seconds. Mm-hmm. And same with racing games, including this one.
I feel like this one has it to a point. There's a point where you can't really catch up. Like if the orange car, or it's usually the orange car for me, but if the orange car or the green car, the blue car, or whatever, if they get so far ahead, it's almost like you just can't catch up.
Yeah, there was a few times like when I was playing it that the orange, like if you look at the track at the bottom, it shows you where everybody's at. Mm-hmm. The orange car was like all halfway across the track, and I was like, and me and the other two were still back here. Like it was already almost halfway around to lapping me.
Right.
And it's like there was no catching up at that point. You're playing for second.
Mm-hmm. But as long as you get at least third in this game, you don't lose. So
right. Now, what I do think is interesting is the design in this game. I think the design was actually probably, I think it was good, but it was actually probably fairly easy for the designers. Because all they did was they took the same track and they just added elements to it.
Yeah.
Every time, right?
Right.
So instead of,
it's shaped differently, but it's...
Right, but I'm saying, like, there wasn't really big changes in backgrounds or anything like that. It was mainly the same, but you just added a turn here or a element here and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we also got to remember when this game came out. This is one of the early games.
Of course.
It's like, what, 88?
Of course.
Did you say it was 88?
Right.
I don't remember.
Right.
So...
But... my one gripe about this game is that the cars on the box art are not the cars that you play with in the game.
I think
buggy cars on the cover, and you play with SUVs.
Well, eventually, you start with trucks, and then eventually it turns into SUVs, and then I feel like eventually it does turn into the little...
Maybe I just didn't get far enough.
Yeah, every like 10 levels or so, I think that changes cars.
Yeah.
You start with the truck, and then it turns into SUVs, or they kind of look like vans. I didn't make it far enough to turn into the little car either, but I'm pretty sure you do eventually. I think you turn into... It doesn't really look like... It doesn't look exactly like the cars on the cover, but you can tell it's a car versus a truck or an SUV.
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up.
I feel like, because I remember as a kid, you eventually turn into a car. I think it's all into like the level 20 something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just
30,
at level 24, let's see.
There's 32 track
yeah,
32.
32.
32 in the game.
24.
Look it
Yeah.
up. Let us know.
This still looks like SUVs to me.
No.
I don't know if that's the right track though. I'm just looking at Google Maps. There's trucks. I see the trucks.
This is good podcasting right here. This is good podcasting.
Yep. Just searching stuff on.
Well, the cover of the game and the intro screen to the game, those are different too. You know?
Right.
So the intro screen to the game shows SUVs.
Right.
To be fair.
Right. I don't know. The great mystery.
You know what else is a great mystery?
What? Sweet.
Manual.
Not a mystery anymore.
No
By the
longer
way,
a
I just
mystery.
gotta interrupt you for just a second and tell you that my phone just alerted me that it's Nick Stevens' birthday. He's
Happy
that important.
birthday, Nick Stevens! Wow, you you alert Justin's phone?
Yeah,
That's
well,
pretty
it's
crazy.
Facebook.
No, never mind.
So
How old are you now, Nick? 40. Not that there's anything wrong with being 40. Just curious.
Bazinga. Mm-hmm.
You have to be at least over
Damn.
35 to enjoy the Sega Genesis, I think.
Just lame.
No, I actually think he's younger than us.
Yeah, I know.
So, all right, back to the manual.
By looks, he's much older.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We look much younger.
Mhm. All the time. Hey, did I tell you about the other night at Aubrey's? Okay, I probably didn't. The night before my birthday. My birthday's in March. So it was Friday night before my actual birthday. We went out to Aubrey's to, a little early celebration. And I sit down and I was like, I think I'll have a beer, right? So she says, okay, let me see your ID. And I hand her my ID and she goes, so you turn 21 tomorrow? I was like,
What?
I was like, what? No. She's like, I see.
Turn
Yeah.
31 tomorrow.
She's like, it's your birthday tomorrow. And I said, yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow. I was born in 1985. She goes, oh, I thought it said 1995.
Nice.
I said, no, I guess thank you, but I'm actually going to be 31.
That's hilarious.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
That somebody
All
could,
right, go ahead.
it's weird that somebody could actually mistake me for. Obviously, this person was older than me because anybody younger than me is not going to mistake me for a young person.
Yeah.
But you know how it goes when you're older. People younger than you always look the same age.
Yeah.
At least that's the way it is for me.
I don't even know anymore.
All right.
Although I do have something funny to say about that. The other night it was raining and my knee started hurting really bad. And then Felicia's shoulder started hurting. I was like, oh no. We're turning into those people. It's gonna rain, my knee's hurting.
All right, science man. What's the reason behind that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, well,
So
all right. Okay. The manual, here we go, shows some pretty sweet stuff. It tells you what's on the track, right? There's zippers, which those are what makes you go fast. There's the roll cage. See, I always wonder what that was. It makes you blink, and you can not run over people, right?
right.
But apparently it's a roll cage. So that makes sense. There's missiles, which that's what you shoot out the front. And then there's bombs, which is what you shoot out the back. Which for me, I don't know about you, but the bombs were always useless because I never found myself just hanging out in first place bombing people.
Right.
I always needed missiles to take people out.
Right.
But I couldn't figure out if you could have both at the same time. I feel like you can only have one or the other. And I always seem to end up with bombs.
Yeah. Useless bombs. Just blowing stuff up behind me that's nothing.
And then you can get ammo, right? And then here's the things to avoid on the track. Puddles. Of course, puddles. Rain squalls.
I don't think people use the word squalls when it refers to rain enough.
I agree.
See that squall line? I always thought that squall was actually kind of one of those country things that people say.
Uh-huh.
You know, oh, look at that squall line.
Yeah, I always thought squall was the noise that birds make.
It is too.
There's oil slicks. Those are bad. I hated those. There are pop-up barriers. Those suck because they always put those on the track right after a zipper. So you hit the zipper and then you can't dodge the barrier.
Right in the middle too. Ugh.
Yeah. There's skulls, which I can't remember seeing a skull, but I'm sure there.
No, just skull.
There's a skull. And RC drones.
Ugh.
Rare knew that drones were going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
And then the power-ups that you get, you can get a turbo, you can get a hotter engine, whatever that means, and you can get sticky tires. I think it's funny they call it a hotter engine because that strikes me as like tuner culture, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a hot engine you got there.
Nitrous.
Yeah, nitrous.
That's the whole point of nitrous, right? Is it just burns a lot harder.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it just burns hotter than I'm not a mechanical engineer, thank you. I'm a civil, so.
All right. You just build the road that we drive down.
Exactly.
All right.
So the letters, did you collect enough to spell out anything?
I never got Nintendo. No.
Well, see, there's two. I don't think it's always Nintendo because I feel like it's Championship or something's another one you can spell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I had CHA at one point as my first three letters. So I feel like Nintendo's not the only thing you can spell.
It's actually spelling chalk.
Could have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have loved to have been able to spell out Nintendo. That'd be cool. So here's your three cars, by the way. So you do eventually turn into a car. See? There's the truck, slow, the four-wheeler, faster, and the off-roadster, fastest. That's what I was thinking of, is the off-roadster.
Okay. They don't call them, I guess SUVs really hadn't come in to play yet. So they don't call them SUVs.
Yeah. Sport utility vehicle.
Maybe they're just like a Bronco. They had Broncos back then.
Well, that's what it looks like. It looks kind of like a Bronco. Actually, it looks like a van to me.
Yeah, it really does. Maybe it's a Jeep Wagoneer.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Jeep Wagoneer, Carl's family has a Jeep Wagoneer.
Carl's family does?
His dad.
Oh, really?
He used to. I don't know if he still does.
They
when we lived next to him.
Yeah. Well, Carl's dad was a mechanic. He owned his own mechanic place, you know? So he was always driving different cars. Like people, I guess people just come and don't pay him. He's like, well, I'm taking your car then.
Yeah, but they also had two of like every car.
This is true.
They had two white cars, the exact same car, essentially.
Yep.
And then
and Carl and
Nick and both had the same kind of car. Yeah.
They both had Firebirds. Was it Firebirds or Trans Am? I think it was Trans Am. It's Trans Am, yeah. They both had Trans Ams.
Yeah.
Which that was pretty cool. I like Carl's Trans Am. It was fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got about 6 miles to the gallon, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Does he still have that?
No. He drives a Ford truck, some kind of truck. Not the one that's a full truck, not like a F-150, but the one that's got like a little tiny bed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's what he drives.
Is he still a meat man?
Yeah. I think he likes to be called a butcher, but...
Well, yeah, I know. But, you know, I like meat man better.
Yeah, he's a butcher. He cuts the meat.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to see how often we can make this sound on air.
There are worse things you can do with meat.
Well, let's see. What are all the things you can do with meat? You can cut it. You can eat it. You can beat it. Like, tenderize it, Justin. Get your mind out of the gutter.
I get it. Beat it with a hammer.
Yeah. Mallet. Beat it with a mallet. Get it all good and tender.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's all I can think of. Grind it. Mm-hmm. You can ground it up, turn it into sausage.
Or ground beef.
Well, let's pause this conversation. We'll revisit it if we ever get Carl on the show.
We need to get Carl on the show. I know he's turned us down before.
In the most hilarious way possible. Have we ever talked about how he turned us down on the show?
I don't think so.
It's really funny.
The Facebook group is great.
Yeah, so we started a Facebook conversation with Carl, asking him to come on the show, right? And you know, on Facebook Messenger, you can name a conversation so that you can pull it up later as that name. So I named it "Get Carl to Come on the Show," right? And so we were having the conversation with him, and he renames it "I'm Never Coming on the Show." He renames the group "I'm Never Coming on the Show." So,
oh, Carl.
He later told me he didn't mean to do that, but I like to
Sure.
think that he did it on purpose.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Okay.
All right, I think that's good.
So what about the music to this game?
Oh, the music. The music's so good.
It's not in it enough to me, to be honest with you.
No, I agree. It's not in it enough.
Like the music's really good, but it's only in it in certain aspects of the game.
Right.
So,
But I do love the music. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it would get old if it was in it a whole lot. You know what I mean?
right. Well, yeah, that's true. But when you
there's
do
not-
get it,
There's not a lot of different, at least to my recollection, there's not a lot of different songs.
right.
But what's in it is really good.
Yeah. I agree. It's like the intro music's just super sweet.
Oh yeah, yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So
The it's another one of those. It's another one of those. I can listen to it outside of the game for sure.
sure.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody's done a remix.
I don't know. I have to look that up.
Did you say you could play it on your harp?
Yeah, play it on my harp all the time. Got my harp sitting here. Just
Yeah, that's good. I mean, harps is a respectable instrument. Hey, I went to this. Side note, I went to this. We had this. It's called a Eureka event. It's for undergraduate research at UT, and we were part of it. Our group, our senior design team, was part of it, and so we did this event, and we went to the awards ceremony, right? And the awards ceremony was this. I don't know, flute player. How do you say?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Is it flutist?
I would assume.
Okay, so it's the flutist. As a fluter. Yeah, and she was pretty much amazing. She did all kinds of like crazy things. But in the back of my mind, the entire time, I guarantee you can guess what I was thinking.
Jazz flute.
No, I thought you could guess. I was
Skin
thinking.
flute.
No. I was thinking, when's she going to play some Jethro Tull?
Oh yes. Rock out. There's a Jethro Tull.
I kept waiting on some Aqualung, and it never happened.
I still can't believe that the first ever metal Grammy went to Jethro Tull. The guy that plays the flute.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that Jethro Tull is so insanely popular. I know I'm going to get some hate for this because I'm sure there's some Jethro Tull fans that listen to this, but who thought that was a good idea?
I'm not sure. I know that this guy that I work with, he wears a Jethro Tull shirt to work every now and then.
Oh God, that's pretty sweet.
He like, I guess he went to the concert back in 1989 or something, or whenever Jethro Tull was popular, because he wears the concert T-shirt to work every now and then.
That's awesome. Speaking of shirts from 1989, I'm wearing a shirt right now that's like 18 years old.
Oh, nice.
I got this.
I'm wearing a shirt right now that's not that old.
I just wore mine the other day, so it's not clean.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm surprised this is clean as much as I wear it.
Yeah.
Which some dudes out there have some of these shirts. It's pretty sweet. I saw Sean posting a picture playing RC Pro-Am and wearing his shirt.
And his feet.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I can't. I really don't like feet. That's a whole nother thing. Now he's going to post feet more often, I bet.
I love that. I don't know about that. Oh, there you go. I think he's just trying to show that, he's relaxed playing.
Yeah, or maybe it's kind of like, when you're doing a high score challenge, you have to prove it's you. So some people take a picture with themselves in the picture, or some people, they just have a unique setup that looks like their house or whatever. Sean proved that it's him. He has to show that these are my feet, so it's me.
Right.
So, what about the graphics of the game? You touched on it a little bit earlier, talking about how they didn't have to do much.
Yeah, but in the same sense, I wouldn't say the graphics are bad because of that. I thought that my point in that conversation was maybe the game design wasn't that difficult to do because there wasn't a whole lot of elements. You pretty much took the same elements and just rearranged them a little bit. But in the same sense, I don't think that the graphics were bad. The graphics are pretty good. But just nothing special. There was just nothing special about it.
Yeah, I got you. I think they were very. I'm trying to think of the word that I'm looking for. Pragmatic, I guess. Is that a word? Like,
right.
I don't know, what does that word mean? I feel like
it's just practical.
Yes.
You're
okay. That's
it's just practical. It's not.
That's the word I was looking for. I'm not an English major, obviously. I'm just a dumb hick from Tennessee. So I had to make sure that I was using pragmatic correctly, and I was. So okay, there we go. But yeah, that's how I feel like the graphics are, because they work perfectly, because everything, you can tell exactly what everything is, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the cars are a distinct color, so you can tell which car's which. The track is distinctly different from the not track, the grass. So right. I think the graphics are just very, very serviceable for the game,
Right. Overall, a fun game, though. So,
yeah. We had a high score challenge.
Yeah. While you're pulling up the high scores, I was gonna just say, it goes for about $6 to $8 online, on Amazon, eBay. Take your pick. $150 for a new inbox. But do you think it's worth $6 to $8?
Oh yeah, definitely worth 6 to 8.
Not 68.
Yeah. I heard you. Yeah, it's totally worth $6 to $8.
Yeah.
I think it's worth every bit of it.
Right.
So there's that.
Score challenge.
Yeah. So we ran the high score challenge. We originally ran it for a week. But because we didn't record last weekend, we extended it. Mm-hmm. Now, I do want to give props to Eli, the Pixel Dad Rogers, who is he's an honorary dude and stuff. But I want to give him props because last week when we officially closed, okay, thank you for that. Sorry, Justin just showed me a California raisin for whatever reason. Just because I guess he just found it on his desk. Yeah, let me look. Yeah, oh yeah. I'll show you your California raisin and raise you a staple remover. Because I don't have anything cool on my desk. Oh wait,
well,
yeah,
the California raisin.
I'm not sure what this is, but I've got one of these. It's a frog. It says "Believe." When you believe, the unbelievable happens.
Yeah. I have a lot of cool stuff on my desk. This could take a lot. So I'm going to do that.
That'll be Patreon episode. We just talk about the stuff on our desk. Anyways, so Eli, Pixel Dad Rogers, I just want to give him props because when we closed last week, he had the high score. Unfortunately, since close of business and we reopened and ran another week, he's no longer. He does not hold the high score anymore. But let me pull up here. It's a little bit jumbled, so I'm going to try my best to pull everybody together, and I may miss the winner. I mean, the winner is. I'm pretty sure the winner is Derek Fletchell. It looks like he has the highest score with 176,661.
Wow.
Yeah. Level 22. He made it to level 22 and actually was able to spell Nintendo a couple times. So that's how you get the high score, because that gives you like a 40,000 point bonus or something.
Right.
So high score goes to Derek Fletchell. Congratulations, Derek. Outside of that, I will probably put Eli in second, it looks like, with 159,624.
Still very impressive.
Very, very impressive. Now here's where I might get confused trying to figure out who's next in the high score list. I think it's either going to go to Aaron Hickman or Baz, I believe, or maybe Sean. It's one of those three: Aaron Hickman, Baz, or Sean, because they were all right around the 70,000-80,000 range. And I apologize for not having the exact scores pulled up. I'm sure we'll get some hate for that one. But those three were all. We're going to give them all, since they're all in the same range. We're going to give them all honorable mentions.
Yeah, but to quote a great racing movie, if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, that's right. So, sorry.
Yeah.
If I find it, I'll pull it up. But God, things get posted so much on our site that I lose things. You know what I mean?
Sometimes pornographic.
Yeah, sometimes we get pornographic stuff posted on our site, which I promptly remove. Wait, here we go. I found them now. So, the scores. Of course, Derek, and then Eli, which we said. Then Sean, third place, 82,137. Then Baz was 79,098. And then Aaron Hickman with 75,125. And then, I don't know, did you take down your score?
3 million. No, I didn't take that.
3 million.
It's not even close to those, so.
Mine's not even close either. My score was 50,362.
That's still pretty good, though.
I think I made it to like level 10, maybe, but I didn't do very good on my way there. I played it on Rare Replay quite a bit. Have you heard of Rare Replay?
I have not.
It's for the Xbox One. And it is a collection of all Rare games. It's like 30-something Rare games. But it's really cool because you get like all kinds of background info about it, and there's like Xbox achievements for doing things in games and stuff. So it's really fun. It's really cool.
That's pretty sweet.
But yeah, I played it a lot on there as well as the NES. But I would recommend anybody who's got an Xbox, which apparently is nobody but me and my brother and Carl. So anybody's got an Xbox, I recommend getting that game. It's not very expensive. You get a bunch of awesome old Rare games. It's pretty cool.
Sweetness.
All right, so we did already kind of do the "Is it fun? Is it worth it?" then, didn't we?
Yep.
All right. Do you know of any hints or tips or cheats or anything for this game?
I don't know of any. No, I got nothing.
Okay.
How about you?
Nope, I got nothing.
Okay.
So did you come up with any retrofitted trophies?
Well, I came up with a lot of good ones on our Facebook page.
Yeah, we did get a lot of good ones on our Facebook page.
So I'm going to leave mine to just one that was my favorite. And that is... You ready for this?
Ready.
Get the Polaroid out. And that is get the high score on the game, but then know that you have to turn the game off and you're going to lose it. So
Gotta
take a picture of it
Mhm.
yourself
Yeah, gotta take a picture.
on the leaderboard. So,
How
about you?
I got, yeah, I'm gonna go just one also, so we can get to some of these awesome feedbacks on here. These awesome feedbacks. I don't know if that's not a word. Some of this awesome feedback. So mine is. God, I just lost it. Let me look it up here. Oh, it was. Did you pay for that? And that is spell Nintendo in the game. Like,
nice.
Did they pay for the rights to use the word Nintendo? Did you pay for that?
Yeah, that's pretty. That's awesome.
All right, so let's read. What happened was we got delayed. I thought this is a perfect opportunity to see if anybody else wants to try to jump into this retro fitted trophies game that we do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we may not read all of these, but I did say that we were going to pick our favorite one. And I think, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think we should take in the RC program cart for this giveaway. I think we should give it to our favorite retro.
Okay.
You know, normally we would just do a random poll, and actually Patreon people get more chance at winning and stuff, and we'll go back to that. But since the actual Patreon money kicks in at the first of the month, so the whatchamacallit, this giving out the game thing technically starts May 1st. But since we're starting a little early, I think we should do it this way. And then we'll go back to doing it the old way.
Okay.
Is that cool?
That's fine.
So we'll pick out. You don't sound too enthused. That's fine.
No, I'm very enthused. I was just kind of going over these, trying to pick my favorite.
Okay, so I say you and I just read a couple of your favorites. I'll read a couple of my favorites, and then we'll pick which one we think is the best.
Okay, I'm gonna start out with Derek Fletchell on pulling a Carl. Successfully drop 5 gas bombs on the opponents during one race, then leave the room to use the restroom yourself without pausing the game, causing you to lose.
That's a good one.
So many elements to that is Carl. He spelled the name wrong, but
he spelled the name wrong. That really bothers me, and it bothers Carl. I'm sure.
Right. I don't think Carl cares, but
no, he really doesn't care.
But that's one of my favorites.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in one of my favorites also. I like Greg Polander's "My Way or the Highway," and that is win a race without using any power ups. I like that one.
That's pretty good. How about getting a Bazzy Pro Bang? When you get hit by the flashing orange car geyser that spins you into oil, that spins you into the wall, and bang, you explode as you officially hit in out.
That's a finish. That's a very detailed trophy.
Yeah.
Okay, now this one right here is my personal favorite. This next one is my personal favorite. This one's from Trevor Franklin. It says, should have played the sequel. Yeah. And that is plug in a controller into port 2 and let your little brother pretend he's really playing 2. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite trophy because I did that constantly.
The Donald Trump go around the entire track in the wrong direction. That's from Ross Beck.
That one's pretty funny too.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna pick a favorite here.
Let's pick one. Which one's your favorite?
Well,
by the way, there's more great ones on there for everybody to check out. So be sure to go check out our Facebook group and find those. We may do this again, but for now, go find those and read them. They're all really good trophies.
So I'm gonna kind of gauge this on who got the most likes for their trophy.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good idea.
And it's a tie. It's a tie between Derek Fletchell's pulling a Carl, which we already read, and Peter Martin's Missile Me Once, Missile Me Twice, and that is win all the races without using any missiles.
Okay, so between the two, I'll go with you on the likes thing then. Between the two, here's the thing. I like Derek Fletchel's. He misspelled Carl. The other one is Peter Martin's was the first comment, so it's probably he may have gotten an extra like for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but both great trophies. I hate to do this.
I'm going to go with Peter Martin's.
Yeah, I hate to do it to Derek, but I think if he would have spelled the name correctly, spelled with a K. If you would have spelled it with a K, you probably would have won, Derek. Yeah. But I think we're going to go with Peter. Congratulations, Peter. Email us. I think it's letters@nesdudes.com now. Since somebody spammed our other one. But email us.
Go to the website.
Yeah, go to the website. Anyways, contact us somehow. You can contact us on Facebook, whatever. Contact us, and we'll talk addresses and stuff, and we will send you a copy of RC Pro. And if you want us to sign it, we'll sign it. Just know that if you want us to sign it, it'll probably take an extra 2 months to get it. But we're totally willing to sign it. Makes us feel good inside when people want us to sign things.
Yeah. Yeah. Sweetness.
Sweet. So how do you want to rate this game?
There's something going on out here in the farm.
It sounded like a gunshot.
Yeah.
Are they putting down the sheep?
Maybe. It's time to eat some lamb. Let's see. That's for a 2-star, by the way.
Yeah.
2-star. There you go, gunshot. Just shoot a gun off. That's a 2-star.
That'd be very fitting for us, right? You know.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Rate this game. A type of remote control.
Yeah, we can give it a type of remote control. What about like a radio station?
Okay.
Or radio broadcast, something like that.
Okay, I'm good with that.
RC stands for radio controlled, you know. Yeah,
I'm good with that.
Okay, you got one?
I'm gonna go with for the people that are local, 103.5 WIMZ. Because it's one of my favorite radio. Classic rock. So it's just classic.
And I must say that I know a lot of older people, like my father-in-law, for example. He loves that station, but he likes it less now that they started playing grunge on it. But for me, I like it even more.
It's even better. Right. It's even better.
It's way better. Right. You know, I could understand how people who weren't really, or were already old or not old, but already older in the 90s probably wouldn't like it. But I love it.
Yeah. So they're starting to put on some Alice in Chains and some Stone Temple Pilots and Nirvana and a lot of Metallica too. So.
Yep.
Hello. Give me kisses. Give me kisses, Daddy. For those of you that are listening, I'm not telling Mike to give me kisses. His dog was in his lap, licking him.
Yeah. The listeners. Instead of the watchers.
Kiss me, Daddy. Kiss me, Daddy.
That's okay. That's funny.
Okay.
All right. I guess you know what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Paul Harvey. That's a radio broadcast, right?
Right.
Because he's always this. He's very consistent. He's always the same thing, but it was always good. Right. It's kind of like this game. The tracks basically the same thing over and over again, but it's fun. It's always fun.
I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, probably from you. I didn't like Paul Harvey. So I used to work at the co-op, right? And they played 107.7, which he was always on for the news or whatever. And I couldn't stand it. It was his voice that I couldn't stand. It was just like, ugh. But anyway, I know he's very popular, and I respect him, but I'm not a Paul Harvey fan.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, it's not fair, but I'll say that.
So anyway.
All right, you got us some feedback.
Yeah. I had it pulled up here, but then I pulled up the trophies. So hold on, give me just a second. My voice is going out.
I hear that.
Has these stupid springtime allergies.
Hey, I thought I was a springtime allergy guy, but I have not had any. Like my wife, she's getting them.
on some wood.
She's getting them like
knock on
crazy.
some wood fast. There you go. There you go, 2-star.
Yeah, there you go. That's for 2-star. I think I'm more of a summer allergy guy. I think more like grass, ragweed kind of guy.
Okay. Plus, I mowed the yard yesterday, so that makes it even worse.
Yeah, you gotta wear a mask.
Yeah. Too much of a man for that.
That's fair.
Nah, I'm joking. All right. Joshua Bowditch says, I got this game for a week for... Well, I already screwed that up.
You got it for a week, and then what? Had to give it back? Did you rent it?
Okay. I got this game for free a few years ago, and I love this game. Eric Purcell said, what an absolutely great game. This put Rare on the map for me. The music and power-ups I love. The missile is my favorite. This game is almost perfect. About the only thing holding it back is the lack of 2-player mode. Aaron Hickman said, true champions play the Genesis version. No, they don't.
Nope. Moving on.
Tom Miller said, pretty sure that game taught me how to curse. Ross Beck says, orange car cheats.
Yes, he does.
Mike Vito says, I always thought my game was glitchy as a kid since the orange car would lose its mind and take off. This was pre-internet days, so I had no idea that it was just part of the game.
Hey, we need to give Mike Vito a shout out, by the way, because he has a podcast that I never even knew. Did you even know he had a podcast?
No, I didn't.
He was very secretive about it, but he's had a podcast for a long time, and he's shouted us out on his show a couple times. So I feel like we should give him a shout out on here. I mean, I don't know why we haven't yet, but we haven't. Apologies, Mike. But his show is called the Hey Poor Player podcast. It's not family friendly like ours, but it's and they also talk spoilers. Like I think they spoiled Batman versus Superman. It's fine. I wouldn't plan on watching it anyways, but
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's a good show. It's a just video games in general show, not necessarily retro or anything, just video games in general. But it's a good show. Give it a listen. Not family friendly, but
yeah,
worth a shot. So, and Mike's he's a good active participant in our group too. So, we appreciate it.
All right.
All right, continue.
Andy Lewis said, I love this game. Can spend hours playing it. Never realized it was RC cars until I was older. Last year. Awesome game.
Hey, that
So if
happened
you
to me
didn't know it
too,
was-
actually.
Okay. Okay. If you don't know it's RC cars, what is it? You just think it's cars?
Yeah,
All right.
I just think it's cars. I didn't notice the little radio antenna on the top,
Well, the game is called RC Pro-Am, though.
Yeah, but I don't know what. I'm 6. I don't know what RC means.
Yeah, that's true.
When I'm 6, RC means RC Cola, and so I just thought maybe it was, sponsored by RC Cola or something.
Okay.
Royal Crown Pro-Am.
There you go. Rob McCollum says, classic game, often missed in the top offerings of the library. The sequel is just as solid, too. Rob Luther says, oh man, I love this game. And I'm going to screw this name up. Joey Awajane, maybe? It's one of my first games way back in December 1988. Really like the music, and it's really freaking hard. LOL. By the time you get to the third set of vehicles, it's very, very difficult. But a pretty fun game, honestly. This was literally one of my original 6 games. So it brings back so many wonderful memories of that time. Trevor Franklin said, love this game, but RC Pro-Am 2 was the best racing game. I had never played at that point, since it was 2-player RC Pro-Am. Kevin Sanders says my favorite
RC Pro-Am.
Yeah. Kevin Sanders says my favorite NES game next to Super Mario Brothers. I have it, and 2 as well as the Game Boy version. Mason Kramer said, excellent game, very interesting kill screen. The speed of the enemy cars maxes out so much at level 24 that afterwards you can barely stay alive. It is possible to do, but it involves shooting the cars as they pass you with ammo. If any of them get ahead of you after level 24, it's literally impossible to catch up.
So Mason, of course, is going to come in and tell us about the kill screen. What it's like whenever you just make it as far as the game will let you go, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, I think at one point he had commented when we were doing our high score challenge, he's like, if anybody can break 200,000, then I'll start. But until then, I'm not even going to put my hat in the race.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's funny.
Michael Trito says, it's a shame it never came out on the VC on the Wii.
It is a shame,
Humberto
but I would
Montoya.
say that you need to get a Xbox One and get a rare replay.
Are you advertising for Microsoft on our show now?
A little bit, because I'm all alone over here. Everybody else went out and got a PlayStation, and here I am, Xbox. Yeah. Me, bro, Carl, we're all alone over here.
All right. Humberto Montoya said, I love this game. I used to be really good at it. Time to dust off this old classic.
And he is Bert the Stormtrooper. I think people have gotten confused, thinking that there's a Humberto and a Bert. But he is Bert the Stormtrooper. I think he has you too.
Is he an actual Stormtrooper?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And Ernie is a Rebel fighter.
Okay. Boom goes the done. Yep. All right.
Yep.
Nick Stevens, Birthday Boy, one of my favorites.
Nick Stevens is one of your favorites, or
that's what he said.
Oh, that's his comment.
Yeah. Mike Panza says, pretty good. All right, I like that. I like that comment.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Peter McCullough says, an all-timer and definitely still holds up today. Derek Fletchell said, never had this one as a kid, but a buddy did, so I played it a lot. I feel like I was never very good at it. Haven't played it much as an adult, but it's still incredibly frustrating to me. Very fun, up until level 10 or so, and intense. Overall, a very fun game, and a necessity for every NES collection.
Listen to Derek. I'm not very good at this game. And then,
yeah,
womp womp, beats everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Humble brag. All right, Scott Morris. Good game. Pretty easy to find. The cheap if you see it in stores. Made it past 32 levels one night, only to find out I hadn't beaten the game. It apparently never ends. And we got Ivan coming in with, I enjoy challenging racing games. RC Pro-Am is the game for you. Enjoyed shooting fellow motorists with flaming tires using turbocharged engines and fast-paced obstacle avoidance. RC Pro-Am is the game for you. Enjoy the sound of nails on a chalkboard. RC Pro-Am is definitely the game for you. In all seriousness, it's a great game, provided the volume is off. Interesting.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's not talking about the music. I think he's probably more talking about the whine of the engines.
Tires. Yeah, and the screeching tires as you do. But yeah. Sean Muldowney says, after church every Sunday while growing up, all of my cousins, my brother, and I would head on up to my grandma's upstairs and play her Nintendo while the grown-up talks downstairs. It was always one of three games, Cabal, Top Gun, or RC Pro-Am. Seriously, who doesn't have a single Mario? I loved Pro-Am. The high score challenge has shown me that I'm awful at it, but man, did I love that game. Easy to pick up and play whenever, and it was always fun watching everyone get mad at the orange car.
You're not as bad as I am, John, so don't feel bad.
Peter Martin said this is one of the first few NES games I owned. I loved the music and sound effects. It was fun to get the missiles and also hit the speed zippers. In some aspects, seems like maybe some ideas from this game were used loosely on the Mario Kart series. Definitely need to own this game, in my opinion.
All right. I agree. Is that it for Facebook?
No, we got two more.
Oh,
we got a lot.
Lots of feedback.
Eli Pixel Dad Rogers says, if this episode hasn't recorded yet, recording it right now. I just wanted to say I love this game. I remember playing it when I was a kid, and when I pulled out my original NES about around 15 years ago, it's one of the games I looked for on eBay. It's extremely simple, and there's technically no end, which sucks as I love an actual ending, but RC Program is an extremely fun game. I play it all the time. I can't get past level 19, though.
Still, 19's
And
pretty
Greg
good.
Polander. Oh, yeah. Greg Polander said, I'm probably too late. You're not. But this was a fun game that I think holds up well today. Nice twist on the racing game formula and very hard. I still have never finished this game. Very good graphics and music for the time and good controls.
Right on.
That
Right on.
rounds up the
You know
Facebook
what?
feedback.
Well, okay. Well, you know what? Did you say, did Joe Copo leave anything?
He did not.
What's up? You think
Joe.
You think he's mad because we didn't shout out his podcast in the last few episodes?
Let's shout it out just to make sure.
Okay. Do you remember the name of it? I always
Radical
got-
Retro Roundup.
Yes, that's it. I've been way out of the loop in school since school. I hope he's still doing it.
No, he just released an episode not long ago.
Okay, good.
I think just
'Cause
the
I-
other day, actually.
I listened to like the first 3 or 4, and then I got bogged down with school, and I haven't listened to any more since.
Mhm.
But good, because as we know, he's got quite the radio voice.
Yes, Dude Joe he needs to do podcasts, radio, etc.
Yeah.
Talking.
Oh yeah. I've got a couple of Twitter feedbacks here.
Okay.
Nicholas Baldridge says, I loved this game. The cheating yellow car, truck / other drove me nuts, though. And the frustration of swapping missiles for bombs. Yeah, that kind of frustrated me, too. And his... well, I don't want to... yeah. Then we got... It's Baz. I'm pretty sure this is Baz. No, it's not Baz. It's not Baz. This is at Skinny Jacob. He says, that's such a great game. I'd love to see a modern day remake of it. That's an interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got voicemails?
Okay.
You got time for voicemails?
Sure.
What was this move?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Seriously, I listened to that whole Top Gun episode, and you didn't even play my message. Wow. I mean, that was the only reason why I suffered through that horrible episode. And didn't even play it. I see how it is. Won't soon be forgotten.
I hope he wasn't serious. But yes, that was Josh.
Hope he was.
I said, I hope he wasn't serious.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's the only reason he listened to the episode. That was Josh Witt. He sent us a really funny song that we totally didn't play like we were supposed to on the Top Gun episode.
Yeah, we'll get it. Maybe
yeah,
this
we'll get it.
episode.
We'll put it at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
That instead of the music for the next week's game. All right, here's another one.
Dude Jay again. I realize I just called you with what I thought was a pretty entertaining message about Top Gun. I figured afterwards I should probably give some kind of anecdote to make me seem a little more interesting.
Too bad we didn't play this on the Top Gun episode. My bad.
Yeah.
But at any rate, I rented this. Well, no, I shouldn't say I. My dad rented this game quite a bit when I was younger. And he ended up buying a joystick specifically for this. And this little joystick had suction cups on the bottom of it to kind of hold it in place for whatever, on whatever you were using it on. But we didn't have anything in the room where our Nintendo was. So my dad would take my brother's high chair table and put that on his lap and then stick the stupid suction cup joystick to it. It was ridiculous. And the game...
Sounds like
it
fun,
kind of
though.
sucked too, but whatever. I'll talk to you guys later.
Well, that was actually good side oops that we did not play on the Top Gun episode.
Yeah, it was. Sorry
Oops.
about that.
Oops.
Whoopsie.
We really need to start playing these.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I got another one.
Hey guys, I'm Matt here. How's the new church going? I was just wondering, you got the two dudes, you got Eddie House, you don't talk about sports, you got football, and you got the Tecmo Super Bowl, you don't talk about it, why don't you talk about it? You don't know about football? I'll tell you about football. So, you got the quarterback, he's the guy, he gets the ball, he takes the ball, and he takes the ball, and he passes down the field. You got the receiver, and the receiver, he gets the ball, and that's gonna be a pass. Then so the quarterback, receiver, they got the running back. Sometimes he falls down, he gets one on his jersey. But if he doesn't fall down, you can take the ball, you run the ball, run the ball, and he gets the ball in the end zone, and that's gonna be touchdown. And that's what that's all about. So
There's a little bit left in this phone call, but let me just say that I'm not a John Madden fan, but whoever's doing this is doing a really good John Madden, and it's actually kind of starting to frustrate me a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll play the rest of it then.
the two dudes talk about football. Take adios coverage, and sometimes game will play. I don't know why. It's a good game, but we'll play. You take the game, boom, game plays. Close the game, it's like, boom, come back, good idea, you close the game to play. So, play game, that football, I'm at. Here are the guys that love the NES to miss some games. So, you gotta play some football, okay? All right.
Okay, John, we played Tecmo Bowl. We covered Tecmo Bowl.
It's good old-fashioned frontier gibberish. All right.
Dang it.
Got another?
There's more Top Gun stuff that I didn't play. Good grief. Well, let's switch gears here.
What's up, dudes? Hey, it's Dude Andy. Kind of cool say that, man. I'm a dude, finally. I'm a dude. Woohoo! Anyways, hey, I just got to do a quick plug. If you've been listening to this and, RC Pro-Am is not in your collection, it's time for you guys to swing on down to Two Dudes Traders and see if anybody has it. And if you have like 5 copies of it and say, you know what, I need to get rid of some of these. Thanks for pointing it out. It's a great review. Maybe somebody else wants these. It's time to put them out there and see if anybody else wants to buy them. You can do that at the Facebook group, Two Dudes Traders. You can check it out on the Facebook. And, get this game because I think it's awesome. I don't know what the dudes thought, because I haven't listened to it yet. But, hey, you need to get this game. So, Two Dudes Traders, get this game, and have fun.
I like the fact that Andy is like our used car salesman. For the traders. Yeah. He's like the used car salesman.
He is.
Okay, there's another Top Gun, and since it's not the Top Gun episode, and since we're running kind of long, I want to save it. But, Josh, Witt, we've got your Top Gun voicemail, and I didn't play it on Top Gun because I'm an idiot, so I'm not going to play it now either, but because I'm still kind of an idiot. We'll play it next episode. So stay tuned. There's going to be more Top Gun talk in future episodes. And there's also going to be a cool song that we didn't play of Josh's at the end of this episode. And we really need to stay on top of the phone calls.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why we're not doing a very good job of that.
Yeah, we got to start making time for that.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it. If you're a fan of this show, you're probably a fan of the Retro Junkies. So go to theretrojunkies.com and check out all the shows there, except for Genesis Gems. You can skip right over top of that one. Unless you want to listen to their Contra Hardcore episode. That was probably the best episode they've ever done.
It was really good.
It's almost
really
worth
good.
Listening to, even if you hate the Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So listen to that one. You can also listen to all the other good shows on there. Retro Obscure, yada yada. Yada
Right.
yada's not actually a show. It's that's
idea, though.
just me filling things in.
It's about Seinfeld.
Yeah, that is a good name for a show
I
about
guess.
Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Ideas.
All
All
right.
right. You can check us out, twodudes.com, twodudesandns.com, nesdudes.com, and nintendodudes.com. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook. Join the conversation. Join the fun. And you can always call us, and we might play your voicemail.
We're running out. We're running out of voicemails, so it'll be easier to play them. So go ahead and call, please. Everybody go ahead and call.
Right.
The number is coming up in 5, 4, 3.5, 3.72, 775-773-8761. Or if you like alphanumerics, 775-7-RETRO-1. You can also go on our website from your phone. Click on the little phone in the upper right corner. When you do that, it will pop up and say, well, you can't really read it because my screen's messed up, but it'll say, do you want to call? It'll say call or cancel. Don't hit cancel, hit call, and then you'll call us.
Right.
So, all right. It's been a good show.
It
Been a
has
long show this time. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, well, we're leaving it in, though.
Yep, leaving it in because we don't like to edit.
That's right.
And there's nothing to edit out.
All right.
It's all good stuff.
That's right. It's a good episode. Good pod.
All right. See everybody later.
All right. Have a good one.
Hey there, this is Josh from Turtle Flakes and Genesis Gems. I just wanted to keep it real with you and let you know about another little podcast out there called Two Dudes and an NES. You may or may not have heard about them, but one great thing about them is you never know what to expect. They've got some secret weapons in their arsenal of podcasting goodness, and every once in a while they'll break it out. Well, this song is just to remind people that you never know what to expect, and sometimes they break out pure gold. It's little goose poop. You don't know what they got, little goose poop. You don't know what they got. Goose poop. It's little goose poop. You don't know what the little goose poop. You don't know what they got. It's a little goose poop. You